Hello students, today we will learn about circles and its related concepts. Do you know what a circle is? Circle is a closed curve. A circle is a collection of all the points in a plane which are equidistant from a fixed point in the plane. You can see in the figure we are having different points A, P, Q, B, C and they all are equidistant from O. So this O is the center, and when we'll make a closed curve which is equidistant to O, then it becomes a circle. The center of a circle is the point equidistant from the points on the edge or the circumference. What is the edge of the circle? It is the circumference only. So you can see here point O is the center here. A straight line extended from the center of a circle to the circumference is called the radius. So again here we can see from the figure OC is the radius. So when we are having a straight line coming from the center till the circumference, that is called a radius. We can have infinite radius in a given circle. So radius is half of the diameter. When we have twice radius, then it becomes a diameter. So here is OC is the radius, and you can see AB is twice of the radius, OA is the radius, and OB is the radius. When we'll add these two, it becomes diameter. The space or the area between the two radii is known as the sector. So here this space, the space in between these two radius is called the sector. This is also a sector. OA is the radius and OC is the radius. So this is also the radius. And if we'll see this whole is also a radius because OA is the radius and OB is the radius. So this space from the arc till the radius, that space is known as sector. A chord of a circle is a straight line segment whose endpoints both lie on the circle or the circumference. So here we have seen the PQ is a chord. Chord is what? When we'll join any two points on the circumference in the interior of the circle, then it becomes a chord. So it is from one end point of the circumference to the other end point. AB is the diameter and diameter is the longest chord of the circle. Since the diameter it is the joining of two endpoints, but the difference is the diameter it goes or it passes through the center. Other chords except diameter they don't touch the center or don't cross or pass the center. So diameter is the longest chord of the circle. Now the area in between the arc of the circle and the chord is known as segment. You can see this space. Now this PQ is the chord and this curve, this arc is the minor arc of the circle. The small portion of the whole circle is known as the minor arc and the space in between the arc and the chord is known as segment. So if we'll see this portion, this bigger portion of the arc of the circle, this is called the major arc. So the smaller portion is known as minor arc and the major portion or the bigger one is known as the major arc. You can see this also. This BC is your minor arc and when we'll talk about this from C till P or till Q, this is our major arc. So smaller portion of the arc of the circle is your minor arc and the major or the bigger one is known as major arc. Now a tangent. Tangent is a line that touches the circle at exactly one point, never entering the circle's interior. Like the chord and the segment we are having in the interior of the circle. Now this is the exterior, outside the circle. So when a line touches the circle in the exterior of the circle, then this line is known as a tangent. It never enters the circle in the interior of the circle. It only touches from outside at one point, and this point is known as the point of contact. The point at which the tangent touches the circumference of the circle is known as point of contact. So here the B is the point of contact, and you can see the line segment LM. It can be a line or a line segment, and it is intersecting or touching the circle from outside at point B. Uh, there is only one tangent at one single point on a circle. Likewise, we are having so many points in this figure. So if we want to draw a tangent at a single point, like you can see here, LM is a tangent. It is at one point only. So if we want to draw a tangent at point Q, so we can draw only one tangent. Same for point P and point A. So any point on the circumference, we can draw only one tangent. But if we see a circle as a whole, since on the circumference we can have infinite points. At every point on the circumference, we can draw a tangent. So as it is having infinite points on the circumference, so we can have infinite tangents in a single circle. But at one point on the circumference, only one tangent can be drawn. So we can say it, there is only one tangent at a point of the circle, and this point is known as the point of the contact. And a circle, since it is having infinite points on the circumference, so at each and every point we can draw a tangent. So a circle can have infinite number of tangents at different points on the circumference. So the tangent is having few properties. So the one basic or the most important property of the tangent of a circle is it is perpendicular to the radius. But you can see in the figure also, now this is the tangent and this OB is the radius. So it's a straight line. It's the shortest distance from the circle to the circumference or the point of contact. So this is always the altitude or the height. So this angle B will always be a 90-degree angle or a perpendicular. So OB is always perpendicular on LM. So at whatever point, if we'll draw a tangent, every time when we'll join that point with the radius, it makes 90-degree angle. So radius and the tangent, they are perpendicular to each other. Now the next important property of tangent is the lengths of the two tangents from an external point to the circle are equal. So if we are having any point outside the circle and we want to draw a tangent from that point, the length of those two tangents are also equal. A tangent is having many more properties. So we will be discussing those properties in my coming videos. Do remember, a tangent is a line which passes through the circumference at a single point. That point is known as point of contact. Thank you.